Hello everyone, so today we are going to solve this question, that is move zeros. So the question is that we are given an array nums which contains 0 and non-zero numbers, and we have to shift all the zeros to the end of the array and all the non-zeros to the beginning of the array, and we have to also maintain the order in which the non-zero numbers are appearing in the given array. So what we can do is we can use two variables as pointers, and we can swap the non-zero numbers. So for example, we can take max non-zero variable and the current variable. So in this, the current variable will start from 0 to n minus 1. So for example, if we start iterating, and the current will be 0 and max non-zero will be starting from 0. So when the current is 0, and we will swap only when the current value, that is the value at the current index, is not 0. So here the value at index 0 is 0, so we won't swap because it is a 0 number. Now current will be 1, so the number at 1, index 1, is non-zero, so we will swap. So when we swap the numbers, it will become 0 and it will become 1, and when we do the swapping, we will increment this max non-zero by 1. Now the current will become 2, and here the current, that is the number at index 2, is 0, so we don't need to swap anything. Now the current will become 3, and here the number at index 3 is not 0, so we will swap this. So this will become 0 and this will become 3, and then when we do the swapping, we will increment it by 1. Now the current will become 4, and here the number at index 4 is non-zero, so we will do the swapping. So when we swap this, it will become like this, and as the current has reached the value of n minus 1, so we will stop now. So now we can implement this. So we will take the first variable as max non-zero and initialize it with 0. Now we will run a for loop with current starting from 0 to the length of this array, and we will increment it by 1 every time. Now if the current value, that is nums of cur, is not 0, then we will swap it. Then swap the index at current and max non-zero, and after the swapping, we have to increment the value of max non-zero also. And as this is a void function, we don't need to return anything. Now we need to create the swap function, so it will not return anything, and it will take the array, the first index and the second index, and we will use the temp variable to store the current number at I. Then we will update the ith value with jth value, and we will assign the jth value as temp. Okay, so now this is submitted. So now for the time and space complexity, the time complexity will be linear and the space complexity will be constant. So the time complexity will be equal to the number of non-zero numbers that are present in the array, because that many times we are swapping this, and the space will be constant because we are not creating any temporary array to store any values. So that's all for this question. Thank you for watching the video, and do like, comment, share and subscribe the channel if you like the video, And for the code, you can check out my GitHub link. The link will be given in the description below. Thank you.